Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Chris from Castle Tech, and today we'll be going over the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now, I'm sure by now you know plenty about the phone if you're looking to buy one or you already own one, so there's no need to go into specs and do all that stuff. Really, it's kind of what this review is about, is to kind of tell you what the experience that I've had with this device ever since I've owned it, and I've been owning it since it was released. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into the 3 things that I absolutely cannot stand about this phone. But I love you. Problem number one for me, is Bixby. I cannot stand Bixby and how it's being integrated right now. It just doesn't make any sense. You look at how the button on the corner of the phone kind of launches Bixby. Now you push it once and it used to launch. Before, it was kind of odd as to how many times you had to push the button for it to launch. Sometimes it'd be 1 and it wouldn't do it. Sometimes it'd be 2 and it'd launch. Sometimes I'm trying to find the volume rocker and I hit Bixby on accident and it takes a couple seconds to navigate out. Huge pain to have to deal with. And it wasn't released on launch. So Bixby started to kind of roll out. They gave you basically a shell, and it was this really weird assistant, Google Now kind of card deal. Now you can take pictures of things and it'll tell you where you can find it, shopping, Google image search. It's cool. I mean, I guess if you want it for that, but it really doesn't make sense from a functionality perspective. Google Now has had that market for a while now, and I use it above Bixby. And even that, I want to push the home button and say, hey Bixby, text my friend, whatever. And that functionality isn't with the phone yet, and it's already been out for a few months. So I'm skeptical as to how they're going to implement it. It seems like they're still trying to develop it. I'm just a little bit worried about Bixby. I think the idea is cool, but I think this idea should have been implemented way long ago, probably like somewhere in the note line, and be developed up until this point. It's pretty risky to put a button that's meant for something that you're just like, hey, here's this, we hope you like it. So that's number 1. Peeve number 1 is Bixby. It's not ready. I kind of don't want it on my phone. I would much rather have a dedicated button that is mappable. They still haven't made that a thing yet, and it is the 16th of June, so they have to get that rolling. I would really like to map something else to it, like if that could be a dedicated camera button, like a hard button, I would love that. That'd be awesome. But they don't. Number 2. Second thing I don't like about this phone, the fingerprint sensor. Now, I'm not griping about the location, because as you can see, if my camera would focus, the camera sensor is located right here on the back of the device. And, I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't bother me having my finger here, because I'm not, forgive me for being kind of, ignorant, I guess, but I'm not stupid. I know where my camera is. So if I put my finger here, I kind of just move it over and it's there. I rarely, if ever, touch the camera lens. Well, that being said, for some reason, the touch sensor itself, when you push it, it won't activate. I can't tell you how many times I've pushed this little thing back here and held it and held it and held it for it to say no match, no match, no match. And I've scanned my finger every which way you can possibly do it. So there is some kind of, I don't know, it's not Touch ID from Apple, which is what I'm used to. It's excellent. I don't think I've ever had it not read my finger. Maybe a handful of times, but not as often as this one. It's disappointing in a flagship of this caliber that it should have a fingerprint sensor that's a little bit more accurate, but that's not even the worst part about it. I don't know if this is software side. I have had my phone not open or not respond, or the fingerprint sensor stop working. Now, as you can see by the forums and blog posts I'm going to put up, there has been issues to where people also are experiencing this, where the button will kind of go dead. You can't activate anything. It won't let you wake the phone. It basically is like it doesn't exist anymore. And you have, the only way to fix the issue, is to reboot the phone and start it back up, type in your passcode by hand, and then it starts working again. So that leads me to believe that it's software side, but these are things that Samsung should have ironed out way before, not when it's in my hands months later. I mean, I can't say, in a day I've probably reset my phone about 3 times, and I have to reset my phone at least once a day from now. So that is peeve number 2, is the fingerprint sensor. The software, that needs to be cleaned up. There's no excuses for that at this point. And number 3, dare I say, the screen. Now, the screen is excellent. The Quad HD display, it's perfect for displaying video. It's crisp. For VR, you feel like you're in a different world. It honestly is an amazing experience. The problem lies in protecting this screen. This might be just a gripe, just based on preference, but I have gone through 6 different screen protectors trying to find the right type. I am meticulous with my screens. I hate dust under them. So any type of screen protector that you try to put on this, or that I've tried, from major brands such as Zag to Spigen, and then all the way down, going down the line to like random Amazon brands. And to be honest, the random Amazon brands have worked for me. The $7, $8 screen protectors have worked better than the $50 ones. And I've noticed a trend. I've tried half glass and half kind of like this plastic military grade. And the military grade plastic is what's working best on these curved edges. So as you can see on the phone, if I may, not my face, the phone. Thank you. As you can see on the corners of the display, it's starting to peel just a tiny little bit, but I pull my phone in and out of my pocket all the time, and I kind of didn't let the adhesive stick all the way. So I guess you could say that's kind of my fault. But I gotta say that the plastic is definitely the way to go if you're looking for a perfect screen protector. The edges for the display, while they're cool and it kind of gives it a seamless look, it's not very practical for trying to protect your screen. Part of me wishes it was flat. Just if it was flat, this phone would be awesome, because I constantly feel like I have to replace screen protectors because they always lift on the edges. No matter what you do, anything that has this kind of curved shape to it just peels over time. It just will. Just from friction, rubbing up in your pants, and whatever else. So yeah, that's definitely an issue that I've had with this phone. Screen. You will have to invest money to protect the screen, because that's one of the biggest points of the phone, is to have a nice screen. Can't protect it, you know, scratches, whatever. Good luck with VR with a big scratch going on in the middle. What immersiveness is that? Am I right? Am I right? Man, what am I doing in my life? Boy, I'm gonna go ahead and use VR now. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe. If you didn't like it, please tell me that I'm not good at the bottom, where I will put that where it belongs, which is in the thank you very much pile, and I'm gonna cry at night. So all right, guys, that's everything. Take care. It's Chris from Castle Tech, and until next time, bye.